Imagine this. You give everything to someone. Your time, your energy, your loyalty, your love. You show up for them when nobody else does. You defend them when people talk bad about them. You sacrifice things that matter to you just to make them comfortable. And then one day, without warning, they're gone. No explanation, no goodbye. No acknowledgement of everything you gave. Just silence. And the most painful part is not that they left. The most painful part is what you do next. You chase them. You send the message they did not reply to. You show up in places hoping to run into them. You change yourself trying to become whatever you think they want. You shrink. You beg. You perform. All for someone who never once chased you back. If you have ever done this, this video is for you. Because today, we are going to talk about the one shift that changes everything. The moment you stop chasing people and let your success make all the noise. Here is something nobody tells you about chasing people. Every time you chase someone who does not value you, you are sending them a message. Not with your words, with your actions. And that message says, I do not believe I deserve better than this. I do not believe I am worth chasing. So I will do all the work for both of us. And they receive that message loud and clear. This is why the more you chase, the less attractive you become. Not because you are not enough, but because chasing communicates scarcity. It communicates desperation. And desperation repels the exact people you are trying to attract. Think about the people in your life you respect the most. The ones who carried themselves with quiet confidence. The ones who never seem to need anyone's approval. The ones who are simply too busy building something to notice who is not paying attention to them. Did you ever feel the urge to chase those people away? Or did you find yourself naturally drawn to them? Exactly. Because people who do not chase are magnetic. They are not cold. They are not arrogant. They simply understand something that most people never figure out. Your value is not determined by who chooses you. Your value is determined by who you choose to become. And when you start becoming someone worth choosing, you never have to chase again. There is a psychological principle called the scarcity effect. When something is rare, limited, and not easily accessible, humans automatically assign it higher value. This is why limited edition products sell out in minutes. This is why exclusive restaurants have waiting lists. This is why the person who is hardest to reach is always the most interesting one in the room. You are the product. You are the restaurant. You are the limited edition. But when you chase, you destroy your own scarcity. You make yourself endlessly available to someone who has given you no reason to be available to. And in doing so, you take yourself off the pedestal you deserve to be on. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man who chases external validation will always be a slave to whoever holds that validation. True freedom, true power, comes only from within, from building something so real, so undeniable, so impossible to ignore that the world has no choice but to notice. This is what it means to let your success make the noise. Not revenge, not proving people wrong, not looking back and saying, I told you so. Simply becoming so focused on your own growth that the noise of other people's opinions fades completely into the background. Here is exactly how you stop chasing and start building. Step 1. Redirect every ounce of energy you spend chasing people back into yourself. Every text you want to send, write a page in your journal instead. every hour you spend thinking about them. Spend it learning a skill, building your body, building your business, building your mind. This is not suppression. This is redirection. And it is the most powerful thing you can do with pain. Step 2. Raise your standards so high that chasing becomes impossible. When you know exactly what you bring to the table, your loyalty, your energy, your intelligence, your depth, you stop accepting crumbs from people who cannot offer a full meal. Standards are not arrogance. Standards are self-respect in action. Step 3. Build in silence. Stop announcing your goals. Stop posting your progress for validation. Stop looking for someone to acknowledge your growth. Build quietly, consistently, relentlessly. Because the most devastating thing you can do to someone who underestimated you is succeed completely without ever needing their reaction to it. Step 4. Let time do what words never could. You cannot convince someone to value you with explanations, with arguments, with demonstrations of how much you care. But time and results speak a language that cannot be argued with. 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 3 years from now, the version of you that stopped chasing and started building will be unrecognizable, even to yourself. Step 5. Become genuinely indifferent to the outcome. Not fake indifference, where you pretend not to care, while secretly checking their profile every hour. Real indifference that comes from being so invested in your own journey that you genuinely do not have the mental bandwidth to track someone else's. This is the end goal, and it only comes from doing the work. There is a moment, and every person who has gone through this knows exactly what I'm talking about, where you stop chasing and something shifts. The anxiety fades. The constant checking stops. The mental replay of old conversations goes quiet. And in that silence, for the first time in a long time, you hear yourself again, your real self, not the version that shrinks for others, not the version that performs for approval, the version that was always there, waiting patiently for you to stop running after people who were never running toward you. That version of you is the most dangerous thing in the world to the people who underestimated you, not because of anger, not because of revenge, but because of complete, total, absolute indifference. The most powerful message you will ever send to someone who did not value you is not an angry text. It is not a confrontation. It is not even a goodbye. It is becoming someone so focused, so driven, so undeniably successful that they realize on their own, in their own quiet moments, exactly what they walked away from. And by that time, you will not even notice, because you will be too busy building your empire. Stop chasing. Start building. Let your silence speak, and let your success scream. Subscribe to Lucid Dominance, because this is only the beginning of what we are building here together. New video every Tuesday and Friday. I will see you in the next one.